Greetings, mages of all colors. It's Timothy the Blue back here for another fun deck in Modern. This one here is a Aspiring Spike special. He famously makes decks look a lot better than they are because he is a great Magic player and plays a lot of Modern. I have many years to catch up to him, but saw his deck, thought, hey, I like casting Emrakul, so we're going to give it a try. If you aren't familiar, I'll go over the deck briefly here, and then if you are, you can go ahead and just fast forward to the round 1. So this deck is called Aetherworks Marvel. If you're not familiar with it, it is a 4-cost legendary artifact that says whenever a permanent is put into the graveyard, you get an energy. Pay 6 energy, look at the top 6 cards. You can cast a spell from among them without paying its mana cost. Then put them on the bottom. So, there's kind of a, I guess, main game plan of acquiring energy with Attune the Aether and Puzzle Knot, and then Aetherworks Marvel itself can trigger off of like sacking tokens off of Command or Rumble, as well as, oh yeah, so I forgot, the Transformer also generates 3 when it comes into play. As far as like things going in the graveyard, that's about it. Is the token, sometimes a creature, right? And the Puzzle Knot itself can get you 4 when you sack it, right? You get 3 when it comes to play, and then 4 if you already have Aetherworks Marvel in play when you sack it, and then the Aether Hub also generates an energy. So once you get 6, you pay 6, you spin, so to speak, the Marvel, and then hope to hit an Emrakul in the top. Because you're casting it off of the Marvel, you get the cast trigger, which means on Emrakul Aeon's turn, you take an extra turn. On Promise End, you take control of the opponent, and then they get an extra turn. All is Dust is in here to kind of round out our 10 plus for Ugin's Lab. We obviously have Eldrazi Temple. Our kind of mid-rangey plan involves Sowing Microspawn and Kozilek's Command, as well as just the Transformers, Stirrings, and Attunes to actually acquire enough mana to just cast an Emrakul. Obviously, the Promise End is much more castable. We very often are having sorceries in the graveyard pretty easily. Occasionally, artifacts off of Rumble, we can get a pretty high amount. If we cast a Kozilek's Command and we Rumble like a land and an artifact into the graveyard, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types, right? So Emrakul can cost 8, which is very doable. But kicking Michael Spawns, obviously, or Michael Spawn into kicked Michael Spawn is always a fun line as well. And when you spin the Marvel and you don't see an Emrakul, chances are you're either going to be able to like play a Michael Spawn, Puzzle Knot, which means you get to spin again the next turn, or Rumble or Stirrings into one of these things, right? Like the deck spins its wheels pretty effectively. In the sideboard, we obviously have Veils for counterspell matchups, forces against mostly the Mox Opal decks, but also catches some enchantments that we don't want to see, like Blood Moons. And then you got Relics for Graveyard Hate, a couple Trinispheres, slow down Storm style decks, as well as a few other key strategies, and then the extra All is Dust, especially for something like Boros Energy, right? You want something that can clear the board and go forward from there. So we're going to go ahead and just jump into a Modern League, get a couple games going here. Aetherworks Marvel was a very powerful deck in Modern, as well as I think Standard, and got cards banned in Standard, and I believe Pioneer as well. It's a very powerful effect to cast spells for free, and it was in Standard, I believe, with Ulamogs, and maybe Emrakul the Promised End as well. I don't know, they did not test it well, and the energy production package was too, too efficient. Kind of like Guide of Souls is too efficient at producing energy in Modern right now, and part of why energy is oppressive in its current state. This obviously is not playing any of the oppressive cards. The only new card really is Rumble, but Rumble does a lot for this deck. It can reduce the cost of Emrakul and make it more castable. It ramps you, right? It makes a token that you can sack to generate energy when you Marvel out, and it can find all of these cards. Everything, not the All is Dust, but all your key cards except for Kozilek's command. But like if you have a Kozilek's command, you probably don't need the Rumble, right? They kind of serve a similar role. Kozilek's command is more. We have XX girl, XX gamer, XX. I wonder if they're a girl gamer. This is a keep. I'm just trying to figure out my best. I think it's Attune gets me to 2. And then Aether Hub is 3. Cast this gets me to 6. The following turn we can spin. Like this is a great hand for Aetherworks Marble. Obviously there are things our opponent could do that could interrupt this, but it's kind of what we're here to do. We obviously lead on the basic because we don't want to spend the energy from Aether Hub to cast Attune with Aether. Ooh, energy matchup. Okay. We got our 6 energy. Right, 1, 2, 3, and then this is colorless. It doesn't have to pay energy for the colorless mana. So we get to spin Aetherworks Marble. We wish this was on top of our deck, but you know, it is what it is. Again, if we whiff, we are likely casting like, you know, at least a Stirrings or a Michael Spawn or something. I don't know if you can kick a Michael Spawn off of Marvel. I'd be interested to see if that's possible. Feels like it shouldn't be. Opponent's like, what? I like how first it says, look. Not a great spin. 3 lands. I think we're just taking the other Marvel. It just generates another energy for us. Or is Rumble better? Rumble's probably better. We'll cast the Rumble. Wow. Well, our top 4 cards were going to be pretty lame, so that's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our path to 6 more energy is. We got 3 with the Transformer, 4 with sacking the Spawn, so it's probably casting this Kozilek's command. I think we're gonna chump. If we do this, sorry, I gotta stop passing. Like this, and then before blockers sack it. It stops them from gaining life. And then they won't get their trigger off the Ocelot unless they have another way to gain life. So, little something you can do. It does set us back on mana technically, but I think it's worth it. Oh, look, our Emrakul. We can sowing. It says dies, right? Could exile a token with the Kozilek's man and also scry 0 and cycle it. I think we need. I mean, I could also Stirrings and Transformer. I think I want to get the creature out. I guess I can Ugin's Lab and do the Transformer. It's probably better. So we're at 4. We have a decent blocker now. Reveal a lot of cards for the bottom of the deck. Okay. We need 2 more energy. We're also slowly developing, obviously, a board that can start hard casting things, but so our next Michael Spawn we could kick, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're up to 7 mana. Oh, I could do a discharge. Okay. So we're up to 5. We just need 1 more energy now. I could Stirrings and hope to hit an Aether Hub, but next turn we're probably going to Kozilek's command. 5. We can have 5 tokens. 5 plus 7, we're only at 17, but that gives us energy producers at least. Not 17, sorry, 12 mana. Would be 3 short of an Emrakul. It's a decent hit here, obviously. What do they have? If they Flage here, could also Blood Moon, which would kind of suck. We obviously have our green mana, but it slows us down a decent amount. I feel like they'd fetch if they're about to cast Blood Moon, so this is probably a Flage. Oh, Season Pyro, okay. It's not too bad, but we kind of have to do something this turn. Make a lot of tokens. We are live for All Is Dust. I don't think I saw one in the top at all. Kozilek's Command, exile the Ocelot, make a bunch of blockers, might be what we do. I guess I can just Kozilek's Command and Marvel next turn. Hope to hit an Emrakul. Oh, he's killing his own cat token in order to get a Johnny. That makes sense. Johnny's got to hit for a lot here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, put us to 4. That's fair. Really only gives us a turn here. Do I want to Stirrings first? I think so. Want another land, or do we take the puzzle? Puzzle makes 3. We get a spin off of that. Or I can call Kozilek's Command for 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 4. 6. Let's do this because it kind of like develops our board more than the puzzle knot, although I kind of wish I had both. Can this potentially give us 2 spins if we I'll do the math here in a second. 6. It's enough for a total of 11. Bottom, 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 bottom. Do I want to just draw the Aetherworks Marvel, maybe? Yeah. I have to draw a card. I don't want this here for that, so now we'll sack this. And we'll spin this and see what we got first. Well, it looks like we got a Promised End and an Aeon's Torn. There's no flying blockers. Now I have to actually think here. We get another turn, which is obviously great. We get to swing Annihilator 6, but you can just 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 tokens and 4 lands, and I'm just dead on the backswing. I only put him to 3. I do Promised End. I can go to his turn. I can make a token off of Johnny. I was reading that earlier. And deal damage to himself. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I probably can't kill him with his own thing. And when I give him his extra turn, he's going to have a ton of attackers. So, but I think Emrakul the Aeon's turn gives us the best chance. Because we get another turn. Let's do this. 4, 5, 6. Do this. We'll keep this one. Go up to 7. Spin again. We did not hit as well there. Do we take another Marvel? Don't think that does it. Do the transformer so we can marvel again next turn. Be close. I want to cast this for 0. Okay, so go to our next turn. We hope to hit another one of our Emrakul. So I guess we want to attack first, because we're not going to hit anything with haste, so. Why? If only I had done it in my upkeep, I would have been good. I guess I already had 2 Emrakuls under here, so. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah. Let's go to combat. Swing. See what they do here. So we know we're not going to get another turn, and we know we already put an Emrakul Promised End on the bottom, but there's 3 more. I don't think we've seen any of them. So we're hoping to hit another one and then, like, take their turn, kill their Ocelot, or a Johnny first, killing their own Johnny, or killing them. Yeah, we can just kill them. I think I'll just leave like 1. I want to scry bunch, and I want to make a bunch of dudes. 1 green for like a Rumble or Aether off the top here. Coldux Command pairs really well with Aetherworks Marble. Okay, well, so now we're just gonna like want to top. Let's go. I mean, all these are great. Bottom, 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 bottom. Top an Emrakul, top the temple, draw the temple, play it out. Sack a dude. Sack a dude. Cast this, or not cast this, but do this. Oh look, we could just make them sack everything, but no. We'll do this, because then we can just kill them. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 mana. We'd be able to hard cast an Emrakul. I guess I could have topped 1 into our hand, but. Oh, they had Thraben Charm. Draw. Pass, main. Create a thing. Hey look, you're dead. We did it. Okay, that was fun. It's fun beating up on Boros energy. We don't need Veils. Don't think we need Forces, although they do hit Blood Moon. Do I want to bring in like a couple for Blood Moon? I don't think that's what they're in here for. I'll be fully honest. I didn't even watch. What's his name? Aspiring Spike play with the list. This is whenever you see me play. That's usually my first time playing with a deck. If you haven't seen it on this channel before, with some exceptions, obviously. We keep all our business spells. Keep all our marvels. What are we trimming to bring in a couple of all his dust? That's the question. I guess it kind of has to be Myco Spawn, but it's kind of the glue that holds the mid-rangey plan together. Maybe it's a cozy. Maybe we trim an Emrakul because it's like if we hit in all his dust, that's gonna win the game as well. I probably like Aeon's Turn over Promised End, even though it's more castable. We're not playing long, grindy games. Sphere. I mean, like if I have an Ugin's Lab, this is great. Maybe I'll bring that in when I'm on the play. Like I said, I have no idea how to sideboard with the deck. I did not watch. This hand looks less crazy than our other hand. We don't have Marvel. We have 2 Emrakuls. Don't think we want those in our starting hand. We only have 1 way. We can attune for our first turn, but we have no leftover energy. Starting's the next turn. Ugins and Emrakul will make this. Because it's a decent setup. It just Leaves us when we 3, 4, 5 energy. When we stirrings. I think we keep. Turn 2 stirrings plus transformer feels like what we want to be doing as far as our setup goes. It just also feels bad to have both Emmys in hand. I guess in that way it probably mulligans decently. We're not as dependent on Ugin's Labyrinth. Not 100% sure though. I obviously took up more time on the clock clicking through all that Kozilek command nonsense. Oh, the old Raggy Van. Wish you were a green source. We gotta do. I think I still want to do this first, even though it costs us the energy when we get some back. Ugins Lab gets exiled. Camera Girl said, cool deck. It's a decent curve. Obviously, if this was Cat, they'd be in a better place. Another Attune with Aether. Do you think we want the... Oh, I can't do green source, but what am I doing? Shoot. I meant to do Ugins Lab this turn. But we'll just play out a Transformer. Go Ugins Lab this turn, which casts Transformer. And then we could Attune plus Ancient Stirrings. We'll have enough energy for a spin. Do we start on Ancient Stirrings? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we could start on Stirrings because if we hit a Marvel, we can cast it this turn. But I can't use it this turn without Attune, so I don't know. Messed up the sequencing there. In fact, it might have even been red to just Ugins Lab, a Transformer turn 1, turn 2. Aether Hub, Attune. I don't know. We don't have extra land drops. Are we dead next turn? Hopefully we have a whole nother turn, but I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit one of our puzzle nods. That would have been a good one. The life gain. Not quite dead. Can't bring this back just yet, but they are ramping. Drew the Marvel. If I cast the Marvel, I can do Marvel plus Attune, right? Yeah, okay. We're figuring it out. Sorry, gamer girl. Let's Attune first, I guess. Doesn't really make a difference. And then we'll make a bunch of colorless mana for the old Marvel. If we hit a... I guess we should Attune first for this specific reason. If they have removal for it, we get to activate it before they can like wear tear. We'll take Emrakul, please. Opponent only has 8 permanents this time. Well, undefeated, so there you have it. It's the best deck in Modern. Obviously, well, hopefully it's obvious that that is sarcasm. Some people tend to act that way. Look at this deck. It beat the best deck, so it must be the new best deck. It's like, no. But I do think that this deck, on average, is good into Boros. Obviously, if they have turn 1 Ragavan into turn 2 Blood Moon, it really can hamper the deck. Attune means we can cast our stuff, but the Ugins Lab ramp into Aetherworks Marvel is part of why we were successful those games for sure. And that would turn that off. So Boros energy on the play is probably always favored, even if just slightly. That's a pretty easy mull. Yeah. We can't cast any of the spells in our hand except for cycling this, so not worth it. We could keep one Emmy to exile here. It's a low energy producing hand. I'd love to see an attune with Aether, but it can make Aetherworks and Sowing Microspawn decently fast. I feel like that's keepable. Put one of these on the bottom. See what our opponent's up to. We hope to draw some of our setup business spells, you know. These guys. I guess this should be in here as well, honestly. These are all our setup spells. These are our mid-range G spells / combo, and then these are the cards we want to hit. Uh-oh. Oh, spaghetti-o. I can't turn 2 Microspawn even with Temple into Lab. I'm going to Temple first. Either of these gives them some idea of what we're doing. Obviously, they won't assume we're this deck. A Dodgy Temple makes them think we might be Eldrazi Ramp or Eldrazi Tron or Through the Breach. If we play the Ugin Vibe, they probably assume we're on Through the Breach, which they're good into because of Force Negation and Counterspell, which is decent against Marvel. We're probably not unfavored game 1, assuming this is... Oh, it's not Frog. Oh, no. Oh, no, opponent. Well, they probably have main deck Surgicals, but still. Feels good to have an Emrakul in our bottom... our literal bottom card. We don't want to shuffle our deck at all. No Microspawn. For 2 reasons. One is we don't want to shuffle. Also, we don't want to search our deck because then they get free spells. But I do kind of want to generate all the energy. Yeah. I do want to do this. I want to get a basic. I assume we're going to get hit with some archive traps, but then we do have Emrakuls in our deck to kind of save the day. I want to do this. It's going to be a weird matchup. Hopefully I can resolve a Marvel next turn. I want to have green source. Mill 4. Sure. Ooh, we got 5 card types. I see our Aetherworks Marvel. Oh no! Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to tap the mic there. The jig is up. They know what we're doing. They're like, what? If they... I would just love for this to hit one Emrakul. 4 cards. Emrakul. Wow, they... Oh, it was the 4th card. Well, they got rid of one Emrakul. We only have 2 left in the deck. 1 in our hand, obviously. Ah, no. Not another Emrakul. We'll exile the 15 because we're more likely to cast this. 3, 4. We'd have to... I don't have green yet. So yeah, I think we're just doing this. If they have Force of Negation, I assume they use it here. So we don't really have a way to make more energy. But we hope to find it soon. They're cycling a Vision of Beyond. That's a good sign for us. Neither graveyard has 20 yet. The crab! Guess who? The crab. Eat that Hedron. Just eat it all up. Num 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 num. Lots of basics from our opponent. We mill 3. Love these cozy commands in my hand. I think we play the Forest and Microspawn this turn. Or can we actually cast this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or one short, right? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for this kicked. Put that on first. Exile this one. It's probably good to get a threat out there. We will. Do we just get another temple? I almost want to get an Aether Hub, but that's only one more energy. Shifting Woodland. Probably decent in this matchup. But I think it's correct to just get another temple. With this in our hand. Okay. Okay, we've only lost Emrakul. Oh, they're pushing. Okay, we got our energy at least. So now a Puzzle Knot or another cycle. So that's 2 visions gone. Nice. Puzzle Knot or a Solar Transformer means we can spin the Aetherworks Marble, which is great. And this is a pretty good deck for us to like take over. We can make them like mill themselves. Can you fail to find? I think he can fail to find on the fail to ruin, but I assume he's going to use it now to hit our like Ugin's Lab, I'd assume. Will we still be able to cast Emrakul? We'd be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we'll be able to Emrakul even if he hits an Ugin's Lab or a Temple. Which I assume he's going to hit. We also play basics, which is not typical of Eldrazi decks. Because we're not really an Eldrazi deck. We're in a Marvel deck. It does put another permanent in the graveyard, so we get another. Oh. No. Whenever. Didn't Ugin's Lab just go to the graveyard? Okay. That's weird that the trigger. I guess it's all one trigger, so we had to resolve the searching before we got the trigger. Okay. They hit another marvel, so that's 3. Oh, we have all our marvels. 2 in the graveyard, 2 in play. Or 1 in play, 1 in our hand. They might play Consign, but I feel like we're going to be able to take control of their turn and waste a few resources at least. They seem to be kind of flooded out with the visions and stuff, and the field wasn't super effective against us. I'm surprised to not see a surgical yet, or an extirpate. Oh. I severely missed. Oh, I forgot that I ramped a card. Anyways. We hit a 6th type. What did we hit that we didn't have before? Do we not have a land before? No, we had a Boseiju. I don't know. Anyways. I tapped more mana than we needed to. I don't think like Tasha can't target himself, Fracturing can't target himself. Can push his Hedron Collab if he has a push. Or no, I'll swing it into the Emrakul. They are surgicaling Rumble? Huh. Out of everything in the graveyard, I feel like I'd hit the Kozilek's command, honestly. Or Michael's Spot? I don't know. Maybe he just wants to see our deck? Okay. Didn't want us to get to use his Rumble, which is fair. When we just to know, if we didn't have Emrakul that turn, we could Marvel to get to 6, but I think we're going to can't do that plus push, but we'll waste that. Let him keep the push. Suppose play this out. Doesn't really do much. I think this has protection from instants anyway. But Drown Lock is the far more flexible card. You can counter things, whereas Push is virtually useless against us. We do have to hit them twice. They've managed to only fetch twice this whole game. Would have been nice to hit like if they had drawn a fetch land and I could fetch Shock just to get them within. Or no, that wouldn't do it. I'm thinking the other Emrakul. I guess I should have my graveyard up more than my. I don't know. It's kind of all relevant. Okay. Sideboard, I assume they're going to have a lot more graveyard hate. I think we cut our rumbles against them. It's a great setup, but it's probably not worth it. We want Veils, for sure. Let's wait to see sideboard cards. I don't think I really want to change a whole lot else. Yeah. We're pretty favored here. It's been a while since I've run into Mill. But as metas settle, it is pretty common for Mill to show back up. Here we go again. Talon Flame, T3, 185. Do we keep the one lander? I mean, it's really a two lander. I think we probably mull. This is kind of a mull. Although, I guess this turn, if we hit an Ugin's Lab. I don't think Michael Spawn is the thing I want to be doing in this matchup. And there's another Michael Spawn. But I think we keep this. We don't want Emrakul in our hand, so knowing we can put an Emrakul on the bottom is great. They probably are going to try to, mill and then surgical our first Emrakul for sure, but they might not have it. They've mulled to 5. They could play Leyline too of the Void, which stops our Emmys. I got the Ruin Crab. Note that this doesn't target, so we can't stop it, even with Veil, which can stop the other crab. Ooh, so many goodies. We don't currently have a Marvel, although Stirrings can dig for 1. Kozilek's commands are so good, but I feel like... Yeah, I think we want the Kozilek's command. It kind of sucks putting 3 on the bottom. Oh, I forgot. I should have looked at my hand. I already had a Kozilek's command, so maybe I was supposed to take the Transformer there. 2 Ruin Crabs. Opponents, lots of basics. They do the, what are these? Kamigawa basics. They hit 2 Marvels and 6 Mills. Interesting. Also can't Cozy's command yet. That is the one card I didn't want to draw. I think I'll do this in his upkeep. I want a Cozy command, exile a crab, just to slow him down. Do I want a ramp? I think I want a ramp. Do this. Oh wow, he had a 3rd crab. And a Soul Guide Lantern. What's he gonna hit? Cozy command? Yeah. Slows us down into casting the Emrakul, which is how we beat him before, so that's fair. Man, we are not drawing any of our energy package. I'm going to lead on Stirrings, because I can play Boseiju and just do the same play I did. We definitely don't want Emmys. Take this. What are you doing, deck? Or not deck, it's MTGO doing it. This does come in tapped, so we can't. I guess I could play it. Why is it going so slow? All of a sudden. He's under 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could Myco spawn. I want to Myco spawn, and instead of using the Kozilek's command to interact with another crab, I want to start like executing our main game plan here. I'm gonna get Ugin's Lab, exile the ME. Maybe it should be all his dust, but get some energy on the board, get some ramp here. Ramped us quite a bit, right? And we have 7 mana for Eldrazi spells, so I can just get rid of the both. There's an Archive Trap. He hit an Emrakul. He's gonna exile them all. He's gonna just do the Guide Lantern. Okay. We're down 22 cards, which includes 3 marbles. Not good for us. No, all 4. Oh no, that's a woodwork. 1, 2, 3. Wish you would just sort it like you could sort your exile by name. That would be ideal. No land drop. We could like Kozilek's command, but I think I want to just deal with his threats, so to speak. And then we're kind of free to do our thing. He only has 1 card in hand and is down to 2 lands, so now we should be able to like Kozilek's command for a bunch, scry, make a bunch of dudes. Do this first. This gets us up to 6. There is only 1 more marvel in our deck, notably. The question here is, do we want to try to leave 1, 2, 3? I don't get to scry 2. I don't want to leave up marvel mana. I think we just want to go all out on this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're gonna bottom, 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 top, top. If we hit our 1 marvel, we could have cast it off the spawn tokens, was what I realized. And then we'd be able to get 1 spin. Okay, we got there. So yeah, we're going to be able to cast Emrakul with Veil Protection and win from there. So it's great against Mill. Still undefeated. Got the 2-0-2-0 to start. I'm hoping to edit this. 43-22. If I do, you won't hear any of this. If I don't, posting it as is. And I hope you have a great day, and I will post the rest of the league later. But if I do, this will be melded with the next one. So you won't be hearing any of this. This is secret text.